Severe thunderstorm warning, but no tornado warning for a very clear tornado on the ground over here. We have a twin situation going on over here. This will be like the fourth time I've gotten a really nice tornado from over here. I'm glad I don't live over there. Alright everyone, welcome back to Minecraft Tornado Survival Season 9. As you are well aware if you've been keeping up in the comments, or not in the comments, in the community posts, I took a little bit of time off. It was only about a week or so, but you know, head wasn't really in the game, needed just some time to reset, get all caught up mentally and back where I needed to be. Happens sometimes, you know, but after a little bit of time and just a little bit of just thinking here, we're back to where I feel like I need to be. Now, unfortunately, I have popped up in here into a high-risk day with no apparent storms coming our way. I mean, we got that massive one that we had at the end of last episode, and if you notice some chugging around, it's because everything's loading in. Because I have added in Distant Horizons. It's now supported by Proto-Manly's weather mod, so instead of sitting here and, you know, barely being able to see where these tornadoes are going, what is that over there? Interesting. We can now see at least pretty good distances and see maybe some things that we wouldn't have explored in the past. I don't really have a goal for this episode yet. I do need to come up with that very soon. It's kind of a bad start to the week-long break return, you know, not even knowing what we're gonna do. If I remember correctly, I was working on, and I see it actually. I recall now I was working on a watchtower for the base, which if I'm not mistaken, as we have a cell popping up over there, that's just great. We are going to be needing some more deep slate, because if I'm not mistaken, these are my last 10 bricks. Could be wrong, and I have a feeling that unfortunately I am right on that, which is not great news, but doable. But that's pretty powerful supercell starting to form over there, which is not great news for us, and we have a squall line forming behind it. We have dropped down to a marginal risk now, but we have back-to-back moderates behind it. We shall see what ends up happening there. Now, I think I said in the last video that this might just become a platform, as we have an ice biome over there. I've never even noticed. We've got a lot of work to do up here if we're going to have this base even remotely ready for potential cells coming in. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know the easiest way I'm going to be able to pull this off. This is a pretty nasty setup forming right in front of us here. I'm going to try to get down here and investigate. We do have some rotation trying to form. That's going to be a supercell getting pushed by a squall line, which is not the greatest thing to see right out your front door. And that's a tornado forming out of that cell over there. I also need water. I keep forgetting to get water. God. I might be a little more brain dead than I thought going into this recording session. Get me some water here, because this could get bad fast. Now, what I don't know, I'm going to rebind my EAS transmitter, because I don't know if it's connected anymore. And if I saw correctly, we're about to have something pretty nasty here. Oh, and there is severe thunderstorm warning. Severe thunderstorm warning, but no tornado warning for a very clear tornado on the ground over here. The squall line seems to have pushed through and taken over the supercell, yet the supercell is still out here producing as if it's just not affected, which is an interesting thing to see. I am curious to see if we're going to get an EAS warning from this, because it does appear to be moving to our west, which is a good thing. We kind of need as much help as we can get currently. I think it'll miss. Maybe. They issued a destructive tag on this. I mean, I can hear the winds picking up, but I don't know if it's from that or if it's from the tornado coming through at the same time. Oh, there's the tornado. We're just getting alert after alert here, as we now are clearly in the squall line. There's no doubt about it now. We got a squall line and we got a tornado out here. God, honestly, with Distant Horizons, this does look a lot better. You can actually see out past everything. Once again, first storm of the day. We get a squall and a tornado in the same storm. Or in the same system, at least. So we'll let that tornado pass on by. It looks like it's weakening now. I did see that on the EAS add-on, there is now a surveyor block, or little device. Do I have sugarcane? Or have I not acquired sugarcane yet in this game? It does not appear I have. Alright, so we gotta go on a little tour of the map a little bit for some sugarcane, it appears. Because it turns out I have not gotten any. And that will be a problem for what we are trying to accomplish here. Give me my boat. It's time to do a little exploring. Through the fire and the flames, I guess. It is about to be nighttime, though, which is suboptimal. Had our whole day taken away due to some inconvenient weather. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Now, I am going to try to see using this. I'm going to try to see if I can spot sugarcane along the way here. I don't know if it renders that in on here. I do not see any, which means we might be at this for a little while. Because that surveyor block would be very, very nice to have. Now, if anyone has some suggestions on how to get the Distant Horizons and all this stuff to work better on my system, I mean, y'all have seen my specs. Y'all know what I got going. It ain't the most powerful thing in the world, but potentially you guys can give me some sort of an answer to why it's not running too well. I mean, I get it. I'm running a super powerful weather mod, and no, sugarcane does not generate on there. All right, let's get some sugarcane. We'll bring this back over to our side here, because quite frankly, I feel like I'm going to use that a lot. And then this way, we'll be able to get our surveyor. And then from what I've gathered, it does work, like, just for, like, being near a storm. It'll still pick it up. I wonder if with Distant Horizons, because the base is way over there. Ha! You can barely see the outline of the base from here. That's cool. But you can still see the old base standing. It's a tired old base, but she's trying. Now, I do plan on trying to make this a little bit of a longer video compared to the past few, or really the past, like, year's worth of videos. I know back in the day I used to upload extremely long videos, and you know, for a while there the trend was make shorter, more engaging videos for views. I'm gonna see if a longer video nowadays is gonna work a little better, because you know, back then it was, you know, get your content done fast, make it just completely flashy and everything. Where it seems like now that the move is to just have content on for long-term viewing. Still make it entertaining, of course. I'm not just gonna sit here and stand around for hours. I mean, that'd be a great video, but not for you guys. The meta has completely switched in terms of video production again, which, like I said, fine by me. Are we gonna be 1 iron short? Okay, I have some raw iron here, thank God. That's another problem that I've run into. We might have to start up the old live streams again, because I am quickly running out of resources again. I mean, I've got a ton of building material, I just don't have, you know, much iron. I have a good amount of gold still. Gold tools aren't exactly high priority items here. Anyways, let's go ahead and make this damage surveyor, and let's see how this thing works. So this must have been, oh, so this was this tornado. Okay, this is the one we just had. Apparently had max winds of 104 mile an hour. That's what? EF1? EF2 maybe? But unfortunately, I have bad news for us when we wake up in the morning. 2 moderate risks and a high risk. It's definitely that time of year. Tell you that, which actually reminds me, what part of the season are we in now? We have entered late spring. But in the meantime, as that squall line and supercell slowly fade out of our area, now we get to just enjoy the mod in its pure form. No chaos, just calm, peaceful. We get to make something happen here. Now, what I don't know, is because I want to make this tower here, do I continue it without using the deep slate for now? Do stone bricks survive well? 133, which is about a EF2 to 3. No, it's not a 3, it's a 2. It's not great. However, I think for the time being, until I can upgrade this, I think it's the route we're going to have to take. Now, unfortunately, if I wanted to do this, I need to smelt all this. Which means I need charcoal. Because I don't have regular coal at the moment. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not making that run down there. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to make a second furnace. And I wonder if I can make it... I cannot make it a blast furnace. I don't have enough iron. But we're just going to keep moving this stuff around. And then we're going to make all of our cobblestone that we... Or not cobble, our smooth stone that we need to proceed with building this base all the way. This process, on the other hand, is going to take a while here. So, we're just going to grab what we can, and we're just going to make it happen. I mean, there really ain't much else we can do at this current moment that's going to speed this process up. It's pretty much just a waiting game for stuff to finish smelting. I am going to need some stone brick walls. I'm going to need all kinds of stuff here. The idea, at least for now, and actually I might even make these into, stone brick slabs, now that I think about it. Because if I go slabs here, and I go like regular brick on each corner, or I could do walls. Do walls all the way around, make it all make sense. I don't know. That's the beauty of this. I really don't know what I want to do yet. I mean, that'll work for a watchtower at least. And then I can just, you know, I could either do walls here. Actually, that's probably the move. Don't even put these bricks here at all. Do walls all the way around, and then we'll slab the top. Now with the top, I can do slabs of deep slate so that it's a little less chance of me getting flung that way. No, it ain't really gonna make a difference, I don't think. I think no matter what, we're kind of stuck in that regard. Oh yeah, this'll work for now. And then my only other issue that I have with my current setup, is this considered an ocean? It is. Now it's a cold ocean region, but I have gotten word that there is supposed to be a hurricanes update, at least. I don't know if it's like next week or anything. It'll be a little while, I would assume. But there is going to be a hurricane update at some point for this. And once that does come out, we do have to start taking into consideration the fact that hurricanes could become an actual problem for us here. Then obviously I can bring up a radar and all that stuff, drop that up here. Now obviously physics-wise, you know, not the most appealing setup you've ever seen. But you know, you get to these edges here, and you can pretty much see whatever you need to see without anything in the way for now. And then of course I've got this little mini section here for the floor. I don't know what we can make this room something. This little hidden area here. I don't want it to be open air, you know. It'd be kind of dumb. But at the same time, I don't know what I would put in there. Because really all it is just keeping my roof separate. It's another thing I also need to do, is build a proper roof for this establishment, which I can do with McCaw's roofing stuff that I have in there. Maybe that's something I do this episode. Just keep making this house more of a home. Because, I mean, we're in a moderate risk with peak time in 2 minutes. And unless I peek my head outside and it's just deathbed up above us, I'm pretty sure we're doing all right up above us. Let's go up here and see what that does. Now this is actually where this second tier can come into play, because for the time being, this can be my little doorway up here to be able to work on this. Make it look how I want. Let's put that last slab up here before we forget. That'd be a rough sight, to say the least. How do these look? I mean, they look a lot better than what usual roofs look like. I think I'm gonna make these. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a basic oak roof. So I need all my planks that I can get. I know I have a bunch of logs still. Well, a decent amount of logs. I did just use a lot. How many of these can I make? 37? Sure, that should be at least close to enough. I don't think it's gonna be totally all that I can use. but it'll be something. So let's just see how this all works now. Do these auto connect? They do. We'll do a little, we might do a time lapse for this because this is going to be a while. Don't know how I feel about it yet, but I think that could work. Oh, well, that's something I didn't realize while I was building. We have a new cell forming on top of us. Now we're down to a slight risk, so it could be worse. How do I have monsters nearby? I'm underground, game. Thank you. Bad news that I think I'm gonna run into is just how resource dependent this is. And I can hear the storm rolling in, which is not great news because that has a bit of a hook on it. I'm actually gonna bring the radar up here. Because I do want to have a radar on me while I'm working, because this could get violent quick. Hoping it doesn't, because, you know, I'd like to live. I know how that sometimes is asking too much here. Ignore my janky way of getting up here. That is developing rather quickly over there. I have a feeling we're gonna get an EAS warning very shortly regarding this. You can see it's trying to lower. Now let's see. Ah, yes, it shows up. It's an active storm now. Hey, you stay away. Can you get hit by that tornado? Now, the bad news about this would be if I get this thing all the way built up and looking nice, and then it just gets wiped off the face of the earth immediately after. That would suck. Oh, Christ. Well, it does appear, let's actually use the tracker here. Oh, it is most certainly going to miss us. It's only got 57 mile an hour winds. I mean, I guess it is only just touching down. Man, alright. Let's see how this thing looks from outside. The roof, I mean, not the tornado. We just saw that, even though we will take another quick peek and... Oh! Let me get away. Because I know what that sound is. It's that annoying-ass goddamn creeper that just refuses to leave me alone. There. Do what you're doing, you annoying thing. And there's another one over here. Because I think that's the one... No, that wasn't the one that was following me. We have a twin situation again. And they are actually showing up as two tornadic cells over here. Let me grab my radar. Or, better yet, let me just go up in the watchtower. That'll probably just be easier. As long as I can still see them from here. I'll be damned. We have a twin situation going on over here. This side of the map has just been getting pummeled by twins. I will tell you that. This thing is intensifying rather quickly. I might have to make my way over. I know I have things to do at the base. That's a rather... Yeah, I would agree. It's a rather intense situation going on over here. At least this time, because of the great mod known as Distant Horizons, we can see where it's heading. It's actually heading more towards that little island over there. This will be like the 4th time I've gotten a really nice tornado from over here. I mean, this thing is not exactly small, at least when you talk about the potency of it. And do we still have twins? One's a little drill bit in there. You can actually see it now that it's made its way around. You got your EF, what is this? This would be, God, I don't even know. I think that's EF2, and then, actually I think they're both EF2 rated. I'm glad I don't live over there. That's the consensus of that. I'm glad I don't live over there. In the meantime, we've got a roof to finish. If we want to successfully complete our project of the episode that I have set in stone that I want to get done. Uh-oh. That's a supercell forming way over there. And considering those two went northeast... Oh, and if this drops, it's going to be tornado number 69. Oh, Lord. That's just not good news for the well-being of us here in this nice world. After all the work I've put in to make this base something, all it's going to take is one bad storm, and this whole thing is chalked. Which I have a feeling, and they've actually kind of separated. Oh, whoops. Oh, did it again. They kind of separated off, which is strange. That was not two supercells originally, I don't believe. So that's That's, I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, it's just strange. I didn't think that was something that could really happen. But what we need to keep our eye on is this cell forming over here on the other side of the little ocean here. That is 2 supercells. I guess I'm a liar. It wouldn't be the first time that a YouTuber was a liar. It probably won't be the last. I want the iPhone 4. We'll just come up here. I know I'm using stone, you know, it's something that I tend to consider valuable. Now, is there a different thing I'm supposed to use? Ah, there is a top roof block. Okay. Steep top roof. Let's make 6 of these. Because if I'm imagining what they're gonna do correctly, is that this will pretty much be a half block, and I'll be able to go both sides. I will be able to. Alright, cool. Okay, so it's gonna do that. So in that case, how do I make it match at the top? Or is this the point where I need to just slab it off and be done? This might be slab it off and be done point. What in the hell did you just create? Yeah, I think this is slab it off point, which is unfortunate. I do like it though. This does look really good in comparison to what I could have had. Now we have a full-blown roof. Honestly, with that being said, I think we're gonna take these back and just slab it off here. Alright, there we go. Now we got that covered. Get rid of the random stone that I left in here. Now we have our own little attic plus this thing. And then we have our nice little area up here. Why is my phone going so much? Leave me alone. Alright, so something must have happened to that cell because it has completely disappeared off our map, which is honestly a good thing. I just built this nice base. Everything's, or, well, I didn't just build it. I've been building it. But I just feel like I got to a good finishing point with the base. It looks nice. I wonder if that tornado is still rolling, though. The initial tornado has died. The one that, the little satellite one came in afterward. That one is still rolling. Way off in the distance over there. It is still taking names over there. That's all of those that I have. But how does this look? That's the key point here. How does this look? Oh yeah, that's a house right there, buddy. That's a house. Well, I wouldn't even call it a house anymore. This is a home now. Which is nice to say after, you know, multiple episodes in here, you know, just doing what we've been doing. To be able to know that I can come back here and feel like this is actually somewhere where I want to be. And not just, you know, a place where I hide from tornadoes after I chase them for 20 minutes. That is the only thing about this base, is it is definitely built on a platform here. Why must you do this to me right now? Well, more property devaluation. Appreciate it, creeper. Do I have more? I do not have any more wood. Huh. Alright. Oh, I do have water down here I should probably take. I do need to find a better system for water. I'm not gonna lie to you. The current system I have is, some would say not efficient, and they would be right. Because right now it is just, I grab water, I drink water, I don't replenish water, I drink more water. You know, it's not very well done right now. Now, I mean, the simple answer would be just get rid of water, but as I said in, I think, the first episode, it's just a nice quality of life feature to have. Something that gives water a reason other than, oh, it looks nice. Actually requires me to live near some semblance of a water source. Unless, of course, I just make my own fucking water source. But no, I do think a live stream is incoming. I don't know when. To be quite honest with you, if this video is coming out when I think it is, there is a next to zero chance of it being out in the net, or having a stream in the next, like, 3 to 4 days. I honestly might, shit. That's bad news. We got fucking pillagers now. Well, that's gonna be a fun little thing to deal with here last minute. There we go. Now, the only thing, and I will ask for some help in the comment section. With this backside here being mainly for the tower, do I go ahead and put some roofing right around here on this edge to kind of make it flow a little better? Or do I leave it be? Because that will become the big question that I'm going to have. I mean, I can throw some up real quick, especially now that I have it. We'll throw it up there, and then you guys can tell me down in the comments of this video whether I should keep it, get rid of it, if it looks weird, you know, all that sort of stuff. Like, do I leave that? That just, to me, doesn't look right. You know? I mean, I guess it's almost like a huge chimney, in a way. I don't know. I guess we can leave it for now, and then we shall see how I think it'll look. Or, not how I think it'll look. I know how I think it looks. But we'll see how y'all think it looks. You know, if you think it works, then we'll keep it there. We'll let it ride. Otherwise, I'm not dealing with these right now. That sounds like a next episode problem. Especially because I got my goals accomplished. I got my, not exactly completely how I want it, little tower up here. Now, of course, with the roof in play now it just a little harder to see the storms, but I can deal with that. And then I've got, you know, I guess something that I can do within here. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out something with this little extra attic space. I mean, I could fill it in and just be done with it, because I don't want to put anything valuable in here, because it'll just get ripped up by tornadoes. But that's supercell forming over there. But unless the wind pattern has changed, that shouldn't be heading our way. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna figure out why my phone is blowing up non-stop. And then I will see you all in the next episode. Stay the fuck away, ya bitches.